L'Shem Hashem Na'aseh V'Natzliach. This week's Parsha is Matot Mas'eh, and we know it talks about vows, NEDERim, that we have to keep our promise. And of course, we're recording the neshama of my dear father, Shlomo Chaim ben David, Harini Kaprat Mishkavo. His yahrzeit is actually coming up very soon. We know that it's very important and incumbent upon us to keep our promises. And especially if we vow, make a NEDER, and promise God we're going to do something, we should rapidly fulfill our promise. And the Torah warns us, Lo te'acher leshalmo. If, for example, you promise God to bring a offering to Him, or give charity, or learn Torah, do it ASAP, do not delay. And the HACHIDA, that great Sephardic rabbi from Hebron, he explains that if you look in the Talmud, there's terrible punishments for people that are constantly breaking their promises to God. Like saying, oh, I'll give all this money to charity, and they don't give a penny. Either because they forget, or out of their dishonesty to themselves and others. And there's terrible punishments for this. Why? Why is it so important that we should really swiftly and rapidly go ahead and fulfill our promise, carry it out? So the HACHIDA says a beautiful thing. He says every time you make a NEDER to do a positive thing, you create an angel. Because any good action we do, we create a positive angel. Every bad action, we create a negative angel. Now, if somebody makes a promise to do a mitzvah, to give like $1,000 to charity, he pledges it. Okay, on his shoulders, it's incumbent upon him to carry it out. He creates an angel automatically, but that angel is handicapped. It really doesn't have wings to fly and flourish and be your greatest melitz yosher. Because when you create good angels with your good deeds, they're like a shield in front of you, and they protect you, and they go on the scales whether you're going to be righteous. And the same thing, if we talk lashon hara and do sins, we create negative angels. Now these angels are waiting and anticipating so eagerly for you to finish off and carry out, actually physically give the money to the charity. Then they get their wings, and then they are able to really get to that state of perfection and actually help you. But that's why the Torah says when you don't, these positive angels turn into negative angels, because they keep on going to God's majestic throne and saying, God, this guy created me, but I'm handicapped. He hasn't done the second half of his promise to actually pay up and fulfill it. And these could, God forbid, that's why the punishments come measure for measure, because these angels turn from positive angels and protective angels to prosecuting angels. That's why the Torah says so beautifully, Lo te'acher leshalmo. Leshalem means pay up, and also means to complete. Because when we carry out our NEDER, the Torah is saying, those angels that you created really want their wings. They want to get their degree. So may Hashem help us to realize that our words aren't just the nonsense. They're really meaningful. When we say words of Torah, when we create angels, and the more intention and soul there is in our good actions, the greater and more powerful these angels are. And the worst part is these angels get really upset when they're not able to become wholesome and complete. The only time that angels created through our vows become wholesome is when we leshalem them, carry them out and give them their wings. And may Hashem always protect all the Jews. Send Michael, Gabriel, and all his legions of angels to protect us from all harm in these very difficult 3 weeks of Ben HaMetzarim, and we see Mashiach. Amen.